Hi, my name is Stuart Lewis and I'm the founder of Restless, the rapidly growing digital community for the over 50s. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Andrew Scott, co-author of The 100-Year Life and an esteemed economist, professor and author who specialises in the topic of longevity. Now in 2016, along with Linda Grattan, he co-authored the global bestseller, The 100-Year Life. The power of a positive approach and outlook is so important and so crucial in all aspects of life. I think one of the challenges for this demographic, and you talked about it with the sense of ageism there, is we see ageism as rife in both society and the labour market, and it can be difficult for people to see the positives in that against that backdrop. I mean, can you offer any tips or suggestions on how people can switch their own narrative of their own aging and longevity into a positive?
And you know, this is and undoubtedly there's profound ageism in society, and I do worry about COVID because we're going to see a rise of unemployment. We'll see a rise of unemployment amongst people over 50, and particularly in getting a job, there's lots of ageism. So let me sort of do two things. One is, in a minute, come to, yes, there's ageism, and here's how to be more positive. But also, I'll be positive by saying, let's not overdo the ageism, because 100% of the employment growth that's occurred in the G7 countries the last 10 years has come from people aged over 50. So that's something happening already. I think it's really interesting what's happened during COVID, because we have accepted to trash the economy to save the lives of mainly older people. So society is saying, I value these people. So and then you've got Colonel Tom Moore and Dame Vera. I mean, there's lots of positives. So it's not completely negative around aging, even though there undoubtedly is. And so therefore, how do we change the narrative, and how do you individually be positive? At the individual level, I think it's to recognize that although there's some things out of your control, there's many things that aren't. So you have to be careful your own language and then ways you approach certain topics, but just keep investing in yourself, because by and large, I think one of the challenges of a three-stage life of education, work, retirement is we become very age segregated. And that means you don't mix with people of different ages. And I think that's really important, because when you mix with people of different ages, by and large, everyone seems to benefit, but also you yourself, I think, keep to have new ideas and keep being refreshed and purposeful. I don't want to trivialize ageism in society, but I think there are things you can do. And then, the other challenge is that even if there is ageism in the workplace, which there undoubtedly is, you talked about self-employment. I think one of the reasons why that's so prevalent amongst 50 plus is it is an opportunity that you can use. Now, it may be one you'd rather not, but there are advantages to going down that path. And I think that's going to be a really big one over the next decade or so.